What's up, everybody, and welcome to Buzzword BTV. And I'm your girl, Lady T. So, I just wanted to come in and talk about all this mess that's been going on with Tasha K. Yeah, I know I'm late, but I wanted to wait till all this mess was over so we can really get into it. But before we get into it, y'all, I need y'all to do two things. Number one, like the video. Number two, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, so y'all, let's get into it. I'm about to get comfortable so we can really talk, okay? Hold on. All right. So, let's talk about what's going on with this whole situation with Tasha K. Now, I'm going to let y'all know, I'm about to go in. But I'm going in because I actually have a love and respect for Tasha K. You cannot be somebody that's trying to do this on YouTube and not respect her hustle and respect how far she's come. Let's just put that out there before I go into my whole little thing, okay? Now, with that being said, Tasha, what the heck were you thinking, okay? Because you done sat around here and now you owe Cardi B close to $4 million. All because you couldn't get past your own ego. And I'm going to say she couldn't get past her own ego is because how many times are we hearing it? How many times was it documented in the court cases? Because everybody's been following the court cases and following, Choke No Joke and, several other lawyers, all the YouTubers that's been reporting on it and things of that nature. Shout out to them that's been following this story. But anyway, so it's been documented. She even said it in previous videos before this even got to court, how Cardi had reached out to her and just simply asked her to take it down. She was like, this is not true. I don't even mess with this girl. This girl is trying to basically ruin my life. So I'm going to need you to take this down. She was like, no. I'm not taking it down. If you want me to take it down, you got to pay me what I would get for this video. Or either you want to come on my show to debunk everything she's saying. Now, my thing is, okay, not mad at you for seizing the opportunity of saying, well, hey, maybe I can get her to come on the show to respond to what Star Marie said. Not mad at that at all. As a fellow YouTuber, I would have saw the opportunity too. However, when she said no, that her people told her that wouldn't be a good idea and she still asked you to take it down, I would have went ahead and just took it down and just called it a day. Okay? She don't want to be on my show. That's cool. But I'm going to take it down. For two reasons. Number one, she asked you to, and she's saying this a lot. Number two, that would have put you in good faith with her. Not that you need to kiss up to her or anything like that, but you want her to come on your show so bad. Well, you took the video down this time. Maybe next time when something come up, she was like, you know what? This girl looked out. I asked her to take the video down. She had no problems. She did it just like that. And so, yeah, I don't care what my team is telling me. She looked out for me. I'm going to go on her platform and I'm going to go ahead and respond. Heck, I do it anyway on Instagram anyway. Come on, we all know Cardi B responds. So, I mean, either way, you out here looking like Boo Boo the Fool because you sat up here and had an opportunity to not only just show a good gesture, but also you could have avoided this whole lawsuit. You owe this girl now close to $4 million to the point where even she was feeling sorry for you today in court. Like, come on. And then don't get it twisted. I do stand by what I've always said, that she is the Wendy Williams of YouTube. If there is actually a next Wendy Williams, let's just be real. It is Tasha K. Okay? She's the only one that's going to not care about these celebrities, that's going to get in there in the gutter and just, hey, just tell it like it is, okay? And I get that. However, the difference between Tasha K and Wendy is because, and I hate to say this, maybe because it comes from Wendy actually going to school and majoring in journalism. Like, she's messy, but she does have a journalism background. Quiet as it's kept. I know y'all can't or believe that because how messy she is, but she does. She's very educated. And with that being said, I'm saying she has a journalistic background, which gives her journalistic integrity. So with that being said, yes, she's going to get messy. She's definitely going to tell you what's going on in these streets and all that. But whatever she has said, unfortunately, has come to pass. I can name 5 stories right now at the top of my head that she was talking about back in the 90s that's come to pass. Number 1, okay, everybody was talking about how she was well, this was in 2000. But let's just talk about her most famous interview with Whitney Houston. Everybody was coming at her about Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was my favorite singer. But let's keep it real. As somebody who followed Whitney Houston religiously, everybody and their mama was dragging Whitney, posting pictures of, the place where she likes to, do substances and all that other stuff. But everybody wanted to point the finger at Wendy, as if she was the one that started this whole mess, or if she was the only one that said it, or if she was lying. And none of that was the case. She was not the first one that said it. She was not the only one who said it. And it was not a lie. Okay. Same thing with Bill Cosby. She was talking about Bill Cosby back in the 90s. Almost got fired. She got reprimanded by her supervisors, got reprimanded by Bill Cosby. Turned out to be true. And I got more stories and things of that, but this is not even about her. This is about Tasha K. I'm just using her as an example to say she has, when she talks her mess, at least it's founded in truth. And if she does get a source that is unreliable or it turns out to be a lie, she'll go ahead and retract her statement and say, hey, I apologize, it wasn't true. You go double down and say, I ain't taking nothing down, you gotta pay me, and put up more videos. Where do they do that at? And this is why in the case of this, in regards to this, I should say, I do not have any sympathy for Tasha K. I do not. I'm sorry. I do not have any sympathy for her. I don't. Because you had plenty of opportunity. How many times did she come on her own platform? I'm talking about Tasha K. And this is before they even went to court. This is back when all this first started. Did she say, Carly B reached out to her, wanted her to take it down. Carly B sent her cease and desist. After that didn't work. She said she wipes her butt with cease and desist. And I'm like, girl, why? What is wrong with you? Okay. And then after that, Cardi B, even on the humble, was like, hey, we're both mothers. Let's just try to resolve this between me and you. I don't even think Cardi wanted to go to court, okay? But at this point, since you want to go there, she will go there. Okay? Shout out to Candy Burris Tucker, if you are familiar with that episode on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But anyway, so she gave you all these opportunities, and yet still you want to dig in your heels and move forward with this case in which you knew you were going to lose. You look like a complete idiot on the stand. And I'm not saying you are an idiot, you're very smart, but at that point you looked like an idiot, okay? Because, first of all, you had to admit that you lied about Cardi B and that you knew it was a lie. It's not like, oh, okay, Star Marie told me this, I believe it to be true, and I took it for what it was. No, you flat out said you knew it was a lie. Then you purged yourself a couple times in court. And I'm like, this is a whole crapshoot. show. Like, what is you doing? Like, you do all of this before you went to court. Like, if I know that, first of all, that it was all a lie. Second of all, I didn't have a leg to stand on. I wouldn't even let this junk go to court. I'm like Sherelle. Matter of fact, shout out to Sherelle's Word, y'all. Go check out her channel. If I feel like it's a lie and I'm getting hit with a cease and desist, I'm just going to hurry up and say, I'm sorry. As soon as I say, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm calling you, I'm like, I'm sorry. That's going to be the first thing I say to you when I contact you. And then I'm going to try to see if we can get this resolved. $4 million? Your ego cost you $4 million, okay? I just can't. I literally just cannot, as they say. So, and then people want to get on social media. Some people are like, they're dragging her and they're like, well, that's what she get. She's going to teach a lot of these bloggers not to come out here just lying and saying anything. And that's true. But then you got some of these people that do not like Cardi B and want to bring up, oh, well, what about when she said she drugged people? And what about her getting in the fights over Offset or hiring people to fight other chicks over Offset and all this other stuff? Okay, we understand all of that. But guess what? Cardi gets to deal with that in a whole separate matter. You know she got other cases in regards to that. So them people that got issues with her, they're already taken her to court or they're already resolved, however the case may be. But we're talking about this particular case. And when people be like, oh, well, what about that? What about that? That have nothing to do with this. With Tasha K lying on her about her having some form of STD. And her knowing that that was a lie. That has nothing to do with this particular case. And people are like, well, that talks about her character. Okay. Let's go back to what that people in the comments have said about how that speaks to her character. Okay. Now, her drugging people, okay, allegedly, and her allegedly having people beat up women who were coming on or had slept with Offset and other alleged things that are out here in the media in regards to Cardi B has nothing to do with her having an STD, okay? Has nothing to do with her having an STD and lying about having an STD. None of that has nothing. That would be part of her character. Her being like lying about having a proven history of STDs and maybe lying about it. That would be sufficient evidence. But talking about something that's completely unrelated. Did you find your lawyers off the back of a milk carton? Because I'm just like, they were no help to you. And you said you spent thousands of dollars on your lawyers. I can't tell. Like, I literally can't tell. Because this was a complete mess. And yes, I knew you were going to lose. I didn't know you were going to lose this bad. And I do believe it's partially due to the fact that you had horrible lawyers. Absolutely horrible lawyers, okay? But that does not negate the fact that you would not had to have gone to court in the first place if you would have just took the video down. What was wrong with you just taking the video down? And then what's with this on your high horse like, yeah, you got to pay me. Why she got to pay you to stop spreading lies? And then you want her to just take it on the chin and just move on. Like, yeah, I lied, but oh well, why can't she just move on? Look, at the end of the day, and I keep telling y'all, these celebrities are human. Yes, they are subject to some form of public scrutiny. That is absolutely correct. But when you just continue to drag or lie on them as if they're not supposed to respond or not supposed to feel some type of way, you're out of your freaking mind. We're all human. When you say that or think about that, think about how you would feel. Think about if you had a talent or something that made you famous and known and made you a lot of money. And so all of a sudden, because you want to pursue your dreams or because you have some specific talent, you deserve to be dragged, scrutinized, and lied on? I don't think so. Yes, you need to develop a thicker skin because everybody's going to talk. And you can't respond to everybody, but I'll be doggone if I'm just going to let people drag me all the time because I'm a celebrity, or allow me all the time because I'm a celebrity. No, not at all. That ain't going to never change. I could be as big as Tasha K or bigger and, actually doing what I want to do, which is being an entertainment journalist and my books being #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Self-published author, by the way. Look at my book, Lost in Hell's Paradise. It's available on Amazon and Kindle. Shameless plug. Okay, so anyway, with that being said, I would not think that that's just because I'm sitting up here being successful at what I do and what I love to do, that it justifies me being dragged and lied on and mud through on my name. I just don't get it, and I don't understand what we got to the society where we could be heartless and negative, and that is just okay. I don't get it, and I will never get it, and it's unacceptable to me. Period. And then, they're talking about how Tasha K, how it could be a race issue. And I'm like, okay, now y'all reaching. These winos are reaching, because I'm like, okay, it's a race issue because she made a fool of herself in court. Tasha K admitted that she lied. Her and her husband had conflicting stories. The evidence she wanted to submit had nothing to do with this particular case. She never had anything from Carly that had anything to do with her particular case. And if she did, please drop it down in the comments, because everything she said, people are like, well, it spoke to her character. No, it didn't, because her drugging people, allegedly, had nothing to do, and her hustling or her means of getting money back in the day, allegedly, had nothing to do with her not having an STD. She said she had an STD. She said her cootie cat, the girl said she had an STD. She had her cootie cat stank. It was a whole bunch of other stuff. None of this was true. And none of the stuff that she submitted had anything related. Not even related. I can even see if it was related. Then they would be like, okay, submit this. None of this was related. It's like, stop making this about a race issue and go ahead and drag her lawyers. Shoot! Even she dragged her lawyers a few months ago. But y'all want to make this a race issue when she herself said she had horrible lawyers. She not even making this a race issue. But y'all winos want to find any excuse to justify bad behavior. And I like Tasha K. I got a lot of love for Tasha K. Just like I got a lot of love for Wendy. But I'll tell Wendy off too. Go back to my old videos. I told her dumb butt off too. So it just ain't right. But anyway, y'all, it's enough rant for today. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And before I leave, I just want to give a couple of shout outs to my peoples. First of all, I got to give a shout out to my OG squad. I want you to please check out my peoples. Ashley Miller, The Ghetto View, Bondi Blue, Flores Rocks, Scotty by Nature TV, Spill It Boy TV, my girl, Beautiful Soul. I am Beautiful Soul, but I think she goes now by It's Tabitha. So please check out her channel. Please check out my girl, Rosie Rosette 2020's channel. Okay? We out here doing this thing. And y'all, thank y'all so much. Until next time, peace and love.